Alright, I think it's time that we finally start it. I think that would be a good idea, right, guys? I think so. By the way this game has been going... makes me feel like we're going to hear Genesis Beyond the Beginning at the top of the tower. Seriously. This tower has been filled with basically music from Ys Origin. Obviously it originated here, but I was surprised. I was a little bit surprised. So we'll probably hear Genesis Beyond the Beginning at the top of the tower. Oh god. Thank you all for joining today. I had a pretty rough day today, but we are continuing with Ys Origin. Ys 1 and 2. I mean, it's the origin of Ys. We're going to continue with Ys 1, and if we beat Ys 1 today, we're going to immediately start Ys 2 as well. I'm going to bundle those two together into one playthrough, because obviously they are very short, you know. So this is the third stream that we have today, and I have a feeling that climbing the tower is probably the final dungeon of this game today. Which is incredible. Yeah. I need to see what else I do. I need to Steam. By the way, I have a few new games planned as well. Since these games are very much shorts. I have a new game planned. At least 2 new games. I think one of them might be interesting. But yeah, I have a few new games planned for you guys, and I hope this will continue. A few longer games too. Although one of the games that I have planned out, it's not that long. The thing is, for one of these games I need to... For one of the games that I planned out, I need to create assets. For 2 of the games I planned out, I need to create assets. For the other one, I don't need to create many assets. So that will probably be there first. But yeah. Super hyped to get back into the tower. Darm Tower, 8th floor. This is where we stopped. Let's try it. I need to get back into the controls real quick. That was a quick one. I wonder. The music just going absolutely ham. I actually don't have... hello, my buddy. I didn't miss you at all, but I remember you. I mean, it's a pretty, like, Ys Origin has a pretty faithful recreation of this boss, to be honest. If that is supposed to be the same. Hello. All right. Book of Ease has been obtained. That's at least one. Hammer has been obtained. What good use is that? Ordinary iron hammer. Could be used to break stone. Alright, I can actually hit walls with it, apparently. So it seems like we need to beat bosses in order to get the Books of Ease. I wonder where we do have to break stuff. By the way, let me quickly save before we go even on to the next one. These floors are relatively short. Neighbors are doing shit again. I swear to God, I really thought I was like moving into the middle of nowhere, but apparently the neighbors are just hell bent on like making as much noise as possible every day. You know. Silver shield has been reobtained. Nice. And these can be killed as well. Apparently. All right. Do I have the hammer equipped? The thing is, for some reason, my D-pad is not working on this controller right now. That's why I can't use the D-pad to precisely control stuff right now. I probably should just book it. Why would I even be engaging with these statues? Like... unless they give me something. Let's equip the silver shield. The silver armor is still lost, but at least the silver shield's back. Alright. That was it. Where does this lead? I haven't checked if we're live at all, by the way. We should be. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. Just the music. Equip. So that is now the 10th floor. I don't remember how many floors Darm Tower canonically had. In the original. In East Origin. I mean, East Origin is not the original. The thing is, because this is an old game, I wonder if they'll telegraph where we need to use the hammer. They might not. Catch my drift. I was debating today, by the way, if we should play Mario Kart. I decided ultimately against it. Because I can then tomorrow morning maybe start the Phantom Hourglass. This is creepy. Okay, I understand. Doesn't work either. Hi J2O. We've just started. Oh, it's already been 20 minutes. We've just started the stream. Oh my god. That was the right call. The stream's been going rather fine today. We've been going for a bit already through Darm Tower. Luckily the tower is not too expansive, like has too many twists and turns. Oh, it's you. The monsters got me and shut me in here for some reason. Can't believe I let my guard down. They broke my idol too, so no more turning invisible. What do you mean run? That's the devil's corridor out there. That eerie humming can kill a man. You're young and strong, but I'm a weak old man. I'd never make it. Though you do look rather pale right now. Why not rest here for a moment? Guess it's time to run. There we go. Oh, I can't save in here. I mean, I can run into here, but that's about it. Devilish music is caused by the wind, SMRs. It's really rather cleverly designed. It's like a pipe organ. I think the wind's being fed through one of the pillars on the balcony. If we could figure out which one, we could just bust it with a hammer or something and stop the music. Alright. I understand the assignments. It is kind of like the thing we had before with in East Origin with one of the pillars. I do have the hammer though. I can just bust every pillar. It is pretty cool how Origins calls back to it, yeah. So this is the 10th floor. And this is still the 10th floor, alright. So if we go in here, this is the 11th floor, right? Oh no, this is where we came from. Alright. I can quickly double check. So we can't get through that corridor. But it goes on right here, right? This is a cool way to shape the pillars, too. They do kind of look like a pipe organ. There we go. And can we actually go on like this? Like, is there a second entrance here? Adol, it's me, Luda Gemma. I was hiding out with Raba, but the monsters located us. I managed to get away, but hurt my leg rather badly in the process. Oh, don't worry. It's nowhere near as bad as it looks. I just have to stay off of it for a bit. I heard from the old man that a young girl was taken into the annex. I don't like the sound of that one bit. Please, Adol, go and rescue her. You mean Rado's annex? Do we really have to go through that again? I guess so. Alright, I fixed the evil corridor. Let me heal up real quick first. The current thing is I wanna finish this today. If I can. At least East 1, like the first game. Alright. Oh, he's gone. I don't remember how many floors the one in East Origins had. It was a ton. I remember that. But I don't remember how many it was actually. Huh. Another banger from East Origin, huh? Were you the one who stopped the music? Thanks to you I was able to get out of that room. Much obliged. Pity I lost my idol, though. I'll have to keep on the shadows, I suppose. Please don't worry about me. You have more urgent matters to attend to. 3 stories up, there's a passage to a smaller suspended tower known as Raiders Annex. It's a creepy place that seems to be used as a prison, and a young girl is being held there right now. And if my research is accurate, the door can only be opened by one with an evil heart. I know that's not you, but maybe with the right item you can find a way. Please rescue that girl. Oof, I was attacked by a monster, got away, but not without injury. Hurts if I talk too much. It's crazy how much Origins actually took from this game as well. I can't travel in these yet, but probably later. That actually makes me very hyped, actually, because seriously, I love how much Origins took from this. I already mentioned we're going to... the way this is going, we're going to hear Genesis Beyond the Beginning at the end of the tower. At the top floor. This is a boss. Yeah, just running directly into it is not going to help me, huh? I wonder... I should probably equip the attack ring too before this. And unequip the healing ring. That would actually give me a lot more attack. Alright. That wasn't too bad. Rod has been obtained. Yeah. And another Book of Ease. That makes already 2. What's the rod for? Adol grip the handle and chant it. Accio Books of Ease. But nothing happened. Wait. What? How can this be? That is a Harry Potter reference. Oh, the time actually changed. That can't be a Harry Potter reference. If that was in the original, I swear to God. That can't have been in the original. Alright. Like, Harry Potter was a franchise that came out way later. Sorry. Wow, this is a right labyrinth, huh? With labyrinths like these, I usually try to be a little bit more methodical. By the way, I bring you good tidings for future games on the channel as well. I can confirm 2 new games that I'm definitely going to play soon. What's in here? There's my silver armor. Yeah, I can confirm 2 new games that I'm definitely going to be playing in the nearest future. Alright, I got my silver armor back. I mean, one of them is pretty much expected. Since we cut Metroid Fusion that short, I decided we're immediately after Metroid Fusion going to be jumping into Metroid Dread. Like, Metroid Fusion was that short that I'm just going to say, let's play Metroid Dread on the channel. You know what I mean? Alright, this leads back to the beginning. So this didn't lead anywhere. So yeah, we're going to start Metroid Dread probably next week sometime. Left. The other one is something that was announced today. Actually, just announced today. Nintendo announced that Donkey Kong 64 is coming to the Nintendo Switch Online service next week. Literally next week. And thing is, I have been wanting to play Donkey Kong 64 on the channel already. It's one of my favorite games from my childhood. And I'm so overdue for another playthrough of this game. So I decided I want to stream it. But ever since the Switch 2 came out, there was like this one poster which basically leaked 2 N64 games coming to the Nintendo Switch Online service, which is Donkey Kong 64 and Super Smash Bros. 64. So I thought to myself, I'm going to wait until Nintendo officially releases Donkey Kong 64 for the Switch, so I don't have to go through the hoops of playing on an emulator. And they're finally doing it next week, so we'll immediately jump into it. You know? I'm super excited about this prospect. So to the right, there's literally nothing. And yeah, the third game, if I have the chance, I would like to get into Yoshi's Story as well. That would mean 2 N64 games are going to be coming to the Switch, to my channel. But yeah, Yoshi's Story is an interesting game. And with the new Yoshi game coming out, which is actually a game I also want to play. God damn it. So yeah, the new Yoshi game is also a game that I'm craving to play. The reviews were kind of I wouldn't say shit for it. Like, I think that the reviewers just didn't understand the gameplay very well. And I want to look into it, because I definitely know that reviewers don't always like get the meaning of the game. But I've been convinced ever since, because I've read people's opinions online of the game and how it works, that it's not a traditional platformer and stuff. And I'm actually hyped to play it now, because it's supposed to be like, it's very different, you know what I mean? Like, apparently it's like less of a traditional platformer, and it's more of an experimentation game. Like, you're supposed to experiment with the environment, and that is supposed to be the draw of the game, not the platforming, which is what I think a lot of people like misunderstand. And I think it's easy to do so, because people grew up with Yoshi's Island, obviously. And Yoshi's Island is like one of the best platformers on the Super Nintendo. Which I can get why you would misunderstand something like this. There has to be... How do I leave this labyrinth? All of the pathways lead back here. Have a feeling. Is there some sort of hidden mirror or something? If you know, you're allowed to give me hints, by the way. Like, especially with this game, I appreciate some hints. Because there's some things that are just obscure. And I'm not going to get. The door leading to the girl's set can only be opened by one of the... Alright. Alright. Like, I have a feeling I tried, like, everything in this one. And none of the mirrors actually lead me to where I need to go. Alright. do you remember, like, here's the thing, if I need to use, like one of the things that confounds me is stuff like, for example, I need to use the Mask of Truth or something to see a hidden passageway. Like, that kind of stuff is not that easy to find out for me. By the way, I fumbled getting the next East game. Because literally I was on Steam after our last East 1 stream. I didn't immediately buy it. I went on Steam the next day, but I didn't have, at that time, I didn't have a way to get onto Steam on my phone right away. And when I looked at it on Thursday, the sale was gone. So yeah, I fumbled getting the sale of the East game. Yeah, the older East games are usually very highly discounted. It's just that the Trails games never go on a full, huge discount, I feel like. The East games are usually very well discounted. Alright. I'm stuck in this. So yeah, there's only two places to go here. Over here, which leads us to this choice. Which leads us to this mirror. There's just a fuck ton of empty rooms. I don't get it. Okay. I got it. Yeah, you needed to go back immediately into the mirror you came from at that junction. Hey, thanks for joining. Yeah, I found it on my own. Alright. Let's go on further. They really put all of the music budget into this tower, huh? Battle shields. Seems like we're getting the final equipment here in this tower too. That's why I'm thinking like the tower might be the last one. I mean, I like annoying mazes to you. It's not that much. I think the mines were more annoying than this, to be honest. It's crazy to me how much Ys Origin actually drew from this game. I have to say the combat is pretty much fine, I would say. More than I thought it would be at the beginning. Once you get into it, it's pretty much okay. So this is Raiders Annex, huh? The pathway to Raiders Annex. Makes sense. To be honest, now that I have the shield, these enemies don't do very much damage. Oh, interesting. Just go away, please. Oh my god. 3D isometric? What? I probably have to find a way that I don't die from this. Oh wait, if Ys wanted, if Ys Origin has taught me something. Ha! Nice. Rhea, how did you get up here? Oh, Adol. It's me, Rhea, the troubadour. Do you remember? I had faith that you would come. I let myself be captured. I knew no other way to find you. And there was something at the What? Could have just waited for me to leave the tower, right? I knew no other way to find you, and there was something I had to tell you. It's in regards to the man who ultimately locked me in this room. His name is Dark Fact. What? Yeah, I need to really watch some live performances of like Trails and Ys music, of Falcom music especially. Like the music is just stellar in each of these games. Dark Fact, huh? Is this a descendant from like Toll or Hugo? Doesn't matter, right? He's a fearsome man of ill intent who wears a jet black cape to intimidate those around him. He means to use the power of monsters to exercise control over all of Hysteria. That's fact. Again. Oh my god, we can make so much more fact jokes. He may even aspire to conquer the entire world. Adol, you possess the books of Ys, do you not? Should Darkfact acquire those books, the world would suffer consequences most dire. Please, you must somehow put a stop to his evil ambitions. Very few people in the world are capable of reading the books of Ys anymore. You, more than any, have earned the right to do so. Please take this with you. It will grant you the power to read the ancient language of Ys. Ooh. Monocle has been received. When you have read all 6 of the books, the full scope of the legends shall become known. Adol, please uncover the truth. Darm Tower is a dreadful place, yet it feels oddly familiar to me. Why would that be, Rhea? You must go. Never fear, Adol Christin. There's something I must do, and once I've accomplished my task, I will follow you. Do be careful when facing dark fact. This black cape has been augmented with a lining made from Cleria, the magical metal of Ys. If you do not have equipment made of the same metal, you will likely be unable to defeat him. Alright. Dark fact, huh? That is some really... Is it like Hugo's father again? I actually don't remember his name anymore. What was his name? What was the name of, like... Hugo's and Toll's father in Ys Origin. Wow, these are annoying. You can actually spoil it for me because I just don't remember. Kane, right? Kane facts. That's true. Kane facts. I love the backgrounds in this, to be honest. Like, the backgrounds look super cool. Also, I should probably equip the monocle and just read the books of Ys. The Book of Hadal. Let's start with the first 5. Long ago, Cleria was created in Ys. It was displayed in the Temple of Solomon as a monument of prosperity. But suddenly disaster struck. In the shadow of that prosperity, evil had grown and brought with it seeds of suffering. It struck with all-consuming fury, and in the wake of its demon hordes, even the fair land of Selcetat became as ash. But even if all were to be wiped away, the prosperous and suffering alike, the twin trees and twin moons would forever watch over this land. Oh, the twin moons, huh? We've already read these, but it can't hurt to do it again. The Book of Tova. So, this is from Unica's perspective, huh? Ys was healed by 2 goddesses and 6 priests. The goddesses embody the spirit of our land and inspire our lives. One represents order, and the other freedom. If we were ever to lose them, all our struggles and achievements would come to naught, and we would never again know peace. We must not lose the goddesses, regardless of the cost, even unto eternity's shadow. I'm glad the goddesses are not in the game. No. The Book of Dabi. I speak now of the disaster of Ys. He rose suddenly and attacked the cities. He called forth molten stone from the bowels of the world to burn our fields and trap us in the sea of fire. It was terrible and absolute. One by one, our proud nations were blown out like candles. And darkness and chaos stole over our world. Surely the Cleria was the cause. Was it not the harbinger of darkness? Thus we sealed within the darkness in the ground, so that hope may shine anew. Forget it not, and never lay hands upon it again. The Book of Mesa, huh? We finally found ourselves cornered in the Temple of Solomon. The 6 great demons dog our every step, and will be upon us soon. We have decided to leave this land for now, in hope that we may one day return. Take heed, O divided peoples, for grievous times loom upon all paths of the future. But do not lose hope, for time has decreed that a guide shall come. O peoples, still your laments. Interesting. The Book of Gemma. He came, bringing his demon hordes with him, and amidst the darkest terrors, the goddesses disappeared. They have not been seen hence. Have we been forsaken? We of the line of Gemma know an ancient story. It speaks of an amulet made of a translucent blue crystal. This amulet, the story says, has the power to destroy the demon's dreaded curses. Take note, however, of the weight that time has wrought upon this tale. Proceed with wisdom, for there is danger. Honestly, those are a little more vague than I would like to. Especially since we know what happened, actually. Alright. These are very, like, vague books about what happens. And probably the last one that we are missing. The last one we are missing is probably the Book of Fact, right? And probably that guy, Dark Fact, has the book. That's what I'm guessing. Oh my god. Honestly, for a really old game, this game holds up surprisingly well, I have to say. I would have loved to play this if when it came out. Like, it's actually not that bad of a game. Alright. Yeah, those enemies take barely any damage. I'll probably have to find, like, the equipment. The heal potions actually don't do anything for me. Alright. I'm, like, saving at every single one. Oh my god. How many of you are there? You're not even that tough. But yeah, tomorrow I want to make a special stream, by the way. We are going to finish Fire Emblem 7 tomorrow. We're literally at the final chapter in Fire Emblem 7. What? Is this where we came from? Oh my god, there's too many. But yeah, we're literally at the final chapter in Fire Emblem 7. So I'm going to do a late stream. And we're going to finish the game. And maybe this is also the 18th floor. There's only 2 entrances, right? Yeah. But yeah, after Fire Emblem 7 is done and we still have time, I would love to finish Metroid Fusion as well. You know, just getting the rest of the items in Metroid Fusion, so that we can concentrate on newer games to play, other games to play on the late streams. So this has to be the 19th floor. Alright. So where does the other exit lead? Does it lead to the 20th floor? There we go. Battle armor has been obtained. Armor imbued with the power of flame. Can withstand any attack. Alright. So we're now only missing the sword, huh? Better to just heal up outside. I kind of like the saving system that you can save everywhere you want. Makes it so much better. Alright. Okay, this is the 20th floor. Oh my god. Flame sword has been obtained. Alright. I got swarmed. Fuck you guys. I'm out of here. Alright, let's equip. I wanted to equip the flame sword. This seems to be the max amount of strength we can have, huh? Like, even the power ring and shield ring doesn't change anything anymore, it seems like. Those still propose a challenge, huh? I have tons of money, by the way. I'm pretty sure we're very close to finishing the tower. Oh, fuck you. Okay. We'll do this bullshit again. Why not? Okay, there's one more here. That's funny. Alright. This is literally at the beginning. Alright. That wasn't the mirror to take. That also was not the mirror to take. Those two are also not the mirrors to take, so I guess I'm wrong. Right or left? Right was the wrong choice. Not sure I fully like these mirrors, but whatever. And there's even a boss here, apparently. Alright. Let's heal up our HP real quick. I have a feeling it's going to end after this tower. Or something. Like, we're not getting back down from the tower again. After this, after all of this happens. Alright. Alright. Oh. Hello! My friendlies. It's crazy how many callbacks are happening too. Like, this was the Sava fight, right? She summoned those two guys. Alright, I screwed that up. Okay. Seems like a rather simple fight, I have to say. Okay. So his origin is just one giant callback to this, huh? To this game. The instant Adol touched the doors, a searing pain shot up his arm. What do I have to do here? Am I missing something? How do I get in there? I do have all of the best equipment I can get. Just going to hit it with a hammer. Is there something that I'm missing here? It seems like up there is the final boss, and I have like almost everything in this game. And it doesn't seem like there was another like pathway that I missed. Right? So I actually don't know. I don't think there was another pathway that I missed. I should have everything that the game has to offer. These guys are super strong. I have no idea why. The thing is, you can tell me if it's something I should have, or if I should go back for something. For example, like... Alright. I actually never would have guessed that, to be honest. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That makes it a lot easier to know I need to backtrack, actually. Not my favorite pastime, to be honest. Backtracking. Not gonna lie, I don't like it. I have a feeling the power ring comes in handy a lot more in corridors like these. What is going on? The game doesn't let me backtrack. And outside, you can also heal. So I feel like the power ring has a lot more uses. We're down to the 17th. Well, at least I defeated the boss. Already. How do I get back to the beginning of this maze again? There we go. What's that you say? The door to the top floor sent you flying back when you touched it? Guess it's behind a barrier of some sort. My necklace has the power to repel evil, but you may need something with even greater strength. If I'm not mistaken, Luta has an amulet made of the same crystal. Perhaps if you were in possession of such an amulet, you could go through. Alright. Alright. I'll try to get that. That Luta guy, where was he actually? 11th floor, really? He was like hidden somewhere, right? I thought he was in some crevice. If I remember correctly. I think it was over here, right? Like that's the 11th floor and he was in like this room or something. Yeah. The girl is safe. Oh, thank goodness. It's really quite odd. I've never met that girl before, yet I'm absolutely terrified for her. Wait, is that... Why do you have the Book of Gemma? That's my family's ancestral album. I lost it when I was a little boy, and I've always wondered where it may have gotten to. Back then, my father told me something. He said that the one who founded all 6 books of Ease would be granted the... Found all 6 books of Ease would be granted the power to bring peace to Asteria. Adol, this is another ancient heirloom passed down in my family, and I'd like for you to have it. Alright, there we go. Blue amulet has been given. My leg is a bit worse than I previously thought. I think I'll stay here in safety and rest for a bit longer. I'll be fine. You have to go, right? Don't you worry about me. Once my legs stop throbbing, I'll make my way out of here. You know, while we're at it, I am not going to I'm not going to adjust my frame rate yet, because I want to see what it looks like if he is insanely fast. Just for shits and giggles. I know I can adjust the frame rate later down the line, right? So, I'm going to do that. It's actually funny that they tied it to frame rate. That's like one of the things as developers, you know, as a game developer, you know not to do, right? That's even something I know not to do, because I did study game development. Actually, it was like a new course. Wait, what was that? We basically had a new course that teaches, like... What is the course called? Computer science in the US. And it had a twist with it that we had game development attached to it. So it was like computer science for game development. And I had some time developing games during that. A little bit. That's why I know the basics of game development, you know. It was a very technical course. It wasn't that great, to be honest. Because it just started. And it was like a desperate attempt. I would say it was a desperate attempt from the German government to actually get people into game development. Which may or may not have worked, really. I don't think it has worked at all. I think one of the main issues with the course was that it was very... how shall I put this? It was very industry focused. It wasn't focused on stuff like how to create your own games. It was very focused on these are the technical aspects of games that you need to know when you are entering the game industry. And that's not a very good concept for a course, to be honest, because especially in games, you don't have that many options. Like, especially in Germany, you don't have that many options of game developers. Like, you don't have like big companies that develop games around here. So you're basically, if you're searching for a job in game development, you don't have an option at all. And the course should have focused more on the technical aspects and trying to make indie games, you know. Like, what are the challenges of making indie games? And it should have not just focused on the technical aspects of game creation, but also on the artistic aspects, which was sorely missing. So yeah, not that great, but it led me to be a developer, right? At least. It gave me enough know-how that I can actually now develop, like, yeah, you have small mobile devs, and it was like also focused on mobile development quite a bit, I have to say. Like, a lot of the small indie games that we were developing were mobile focused, which was it's a hard sell for people, to be honest. And it was never like focused on the artistic side. It was always on the technical aspects of the game development, which I despise, kind of. Because the technical side is very it's very easy to adapt once you know how to program. The side of game development that is the hardest for me to do is the artistic side. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was a good jumping off board, and yeah, we have a few mobile developers here. Like, one of the most atrocious lectures that we had during that was someone literally coming in from the industry and educate us on microtransactions, literally. That was in 2012. We had a lecture from someone in the industry about the great aspects of monetization and microtransactions. That was like, wow. That was like when I mostly checked out of the game development stuff, and I decided to go full into computer science, obviously. After that, I wanted to get into computer science then to further that aspect of development. And I'm glad I did, because it's where my current job is, obviously. It's where I earn my money. Very much tone deaf too, but yeah. At least it's all of the knowledge that I have for game development. So whenever I start my indie game project, I actually know what to do. But the main issue still, the reason why I haven't made an indie game yet, to this day, is still the artistic aspect. Making assets, making pixel art, making characters, sprite sheets, and all of that. I'm just not good at it. And that's why I haven't made a game yet, sadly. And music, for that matter, but you can outsource that once you have the game off the ground, right? You can outsource the music to an actual musician. Alright, final boss time, I guess. Hello, Mr. Dark Fact. Well, now, you must be the swordsman Diarrhea spoke of. Your efforts to acquire the books of Ys have been truly impressive. I salute you. But in unlocking the secrets contained therein, you have brought my plan full circle. Upon your death here today, the name of Dark Fact shall be seared into the pages of history. Your efforts shall be all in vain. With your final breath, I will curse your weakness. That's true, I could hire Dan to compose for it. I still have the idea of this fucking project in my mind, seared into it. But I can't get it off the ground, and I don't have the time to do it, sadly. Maybe I should do it like my coworker. My coworker is taking a 3-month sabbatical from our workplace to just travel the world, you know? He's just going to travel the world a bit, like he saved money to travel around a bit and have some time off. Maybe I should do that and just focus on game development. Your efforts shall all be in vain. With your final breath, you will curse your weakness. Oh my god. Okay, this has meme potential. This has big meme potential. That's actually funny. Oh, you can actually cycle through equip items? Alright. First off, I'm going to equip the power ring, obviously. Power ring, and I want to... Sound, background type Chronicles. I probably have to close the game, huh? True. I'm going to quickly probably pause the game real quick, and I might even take like... There we go. I might even take a break really quick. I'm going to launch it in 30 FPS mode, I think. I don't think I can beat it with this. With this setup. Highly doubt I can beat it. Alright. But yeah, let me take a quick break. It's going to probably take me around 15 minutes because I have some cleaning up stuff to do outside still for today. I like doing stuff around the house real quick. And when I come back, we're going to come back to this final boss. Alright guys, I'm back. Let's hope that all of this is done and we can go at it with 60 FPS. Alright, let's go to Darm Tower 24F. Oh god. It seems like there's quite a bit of input lag now, because I capped it at 30 FPS. Alright. Let's see what the final boss has to offer. Hello, Dark Fact. Nope. I don't think he's strong. He's... I thought I capped it at 30. But it feels like he's still as fast. What the fuck? Why can't I equip? I can't open the equip menu. Oh, what? Is that really his speed that I'm supposed to beat him at? Or did I do something wrong? Because it feels like Adol is like ice skating right now. With the input lag that I have. And I barely do damage. I don't think I can beat him this way. Or have I done something wrong, maybe? Maybe I didn't fully cap it at 60? I mean at 30? Or is there something that I'm missing? But I highly doubt it. So this is the speed at which he should go, right? Because I feel like it's super slow. And all of the projectiles on screen make it impossible to beat, in my opinion. This is literally impossible. At least the way I am now. Oh, he trapped me in the corner. Wow. I'm not even doing a dent. That's the thing. I'm not even doing a dent in him. Oh my god. Dodging all of these bullets is impossible. Like, I've done like this much of a sliver of health on him. And even with the strength ring, I don't think I'm doing that much damage. Wow. I highly doubt this is a get good moment. I have absolutely no idea how to do this. Absolutely no idea. That's true. All right. The problem is using the configuration tool screwed up my controller as well. Like, it screwed with my controller mappings. But this is just a run situation. Like, I can definitely run. So that is not dependent on the controller settings. Nope. I'm actually at a loss right now. I mean, obviously a final boss needs to be hard, but... Like, the bullets do so much damage. Like, I can hide myself real quick. Just look at it. Look at how much damage I did to him. Just look at this. Like, how am I ever supposed to be doing this? Do I need to lower my frame rate even more? Maybe I do. Let me quickly use the configuration tools. I mean, I can throw my 23 hertz. Let me also get the FPS display. Maybe disable VSync. Yeah, that could be it. Texture filter. Yeah, I don't actually need that. Apply. Alright. Let's see. I don't know. 23 FPS. Wait, did the display change actually? No, it didn't. Oh my god, it's choppy. Alright. We're looking at 23 FPS. And he's still fast as ever. He's still very fast, I have to say. Even at 24 FPS. I'm still no match. I'm still no match for him. I have no idea what to do here. Yeah, I've seen that somewhere. I'm not actually not fast enough to actually follow him, but yeah. Like this. Let me try this real quick. Oh my god. I just looked it up, by the way, online. People are saying, like, you need to equip the silver equipment for whatever reason. And yes, you do. De facto, complete East 1 on any difficulty. That's the achievement that I got. God damn it. Let me get my thing up here again. Okay, this is bullshit. Kind of. I mean, it makes sense. I thought, because they threw at me the best equipment in the game that gives me the biggest strength buff, I really thought that I needed to use that to kill him. But, yeah. It's the silver equipment that does it. Obviously, that was Toll's sword, right? The silver sword was the sword that Toll used to defeat Cain. So it makes sense. Alright. Old games and their cryptic nonsense. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, there's a big chance that you could go there without your silver equipment. That's why Rhea tells you this. But she says you need stuff made from Clearia, not from silver. Probably in-universe the same thing at this point, but yeah. That was way easier with the silver stuff. Alright. Adol found the last book of Ys in the folds of Dark Fact's cape. Let's read it. The Book of Facts. But what about the Book of Opinion? Have you ever thought about that? Big brain time. The Book of Facts. Suddenly, in the new light of the rising sun, his siege stopped. Wherefore it happened, no one knows even now. But there was rejoicing, for it meant the end of our suffering. To ensure that he should never return, we have sealed away the power of Ys. It lies within the 6 books, and will be given to one who collects them all, so that he may become a guide and lead us to peace. But heed ye who read those words. So that he may be a guide, but heed ye who reads those words. Those who use the powers of demons shall one day be consumed by them. The prosperity held within is a lie. It is he who leads that shapes the form of evil. All that is, jewel and adamant alike, is a treasure of Ys, as given by our merciful goddesses. When Adol held all 6 books, a powerful white light filled his vision, and a great feeling of serenity overtook him. The morning sun began to rise. Gradually the sky brightened and the tower's outline began to shimmer like a mirage. As if freed from captivity, birds began to sing and the demons dissolved into air. Adol felt the weight of a long journey lift from his heart. The world was at peace. It was as though the historic bounty of East had been laid before him to fill his eyes and soul. As the things written in the books vanished one by one, the shapes of the goddesses began to materialize. Though their faces were unfamiliar, Adol felt in some way that he had always known them. As he looked down upon the earth, he could see Jebba's house, quiet and humble. He wondered if Fina's memory had come back. He decided that when he returned, he would immediately tell her of all that he had seen. A dazzling light, seemingly from all sides at once, bathed Adol in radiance. He felt certain that it must be wishing him peace and good fortune. And so, Adol began a new journey. Interesting. It's crazy to me how good this game was, despite some of the things I didn't like as much. As a game, I think it's suffering from the old game trope quite a bit. Also, sometimes I'm just naturally dense to stuff like that. It happens for me that I'm just not getting what's going on and what I need to do. But yeah, it was a great game. I really enjoyed it. Some of the more obscure parts were okay. I liked all the... Alright. Some of the more obscure parts, obviously, I wasn't that into. I kind of like that you need to use the silver equipment. I could have... I was kind of dumb to not use it. But, yeah. I know what happened here. Glad that someone, at least on the internet, recommends it. Without spoiling too much. Just someone saying, like, maybe you should use the silver equipment. But, yeah. What a great soundtrack too. Kind of crazy. What a good soundtrack this was. Alright. Yeah, we're going to be starting East 2 right after. It doesn't make any sense to drag this out. How long would you say is East 2? Is it on kind of the same length as this one? I also liked seeing Darm Tower again and all the callbacks to East Origin, or the origins of what happened in East Origin, obviously. So yeah, I also liked seeing that, and I loved listening to the music, as usual. East has phenomenal music. Alright, it's a little bit longer, that's okay. I'll definitely, we could probably, do... this is the third stream for both games. If we are at 8 or 9 streams, it's actually okay in length for both games. It's very interesting to me that they still preserve kind of these games to this day, to be honest. Very good. Very, very good. But yeah, there's so much going on still. But yeah, we're going to play more East games, and I'm hoping that we can bridge the gap between those games a little bit. I would start E3 probably very soon afterwards, but I'm waiting for the Steam summer sale, so we'll have to bridge the gap a little bit. If you catch my drift. And yeah, we're going now chronologically through all Ys games, I'd say. Even if you would say that some of them are probably not that good. I think going chronologically through the rest makes a lot of sense. If we started with Origin, we played Ys 1, we're going to play Ys 2, we're going to play Ys 3 next. I think it makes sense to go chronologically until we... Oh, thanks game. But it makes sense going chronologically, right? Here we are. Let's boot up Ys 2. It has a very different artwork on it. Alright. Let's go for it. I don't have a game to load, I think. Alright. It's new game time. Chronicles. We're playing on normal, as usual. He has overcome the challenges of Darm Tower, my lord. How shall we proceed? This Adol Christin's perseverance is admirable. Let's see how far he can go. Adol. Very good, sir. It seems like there's somewhat of an overarching narrative between games. Ancient Ys vanished, the final chapter. Oh. Incredible opening for the time, for sure. I can't read the text. $70 years ago? What? Honestly, calling this... What a crazy opening. Calling this the final chapter means that they wanted it to be a duology, right? There is Ys. Are you alright? Who are you? Thank goodness. My name is Lilia. I'm from Lance Village. Where am I? You're near the village, in the land of ease. I had a premonition and wandered this way. And suddenly, there you were, falling from the sky, bathed in a most spectacular light. Oh, is this actually literally taking place in Ease? That is incredible. That is incredible. We are finally in Ease. The thing is, we only ever got to see it from afar. He fell out of the sky? Yes, that's what it looked like anyway. How is he, Leonor? I think that should do it, actually. His wounds aren't particularly dire. He'll be fine. He just needs a little rest. Look, he's coming too. Why would they make me fall out of the sky and injure me through that light? That seems like the most unproductive thing ever. Just relax, please. This is a safe place. My mother and I live here. What's your name? What's your name? Adol gave his name. Adol Christin, your injuries are nothing serious. You're going to be just fine with a bit of rest. Lilia Banoa tried to let him asleep for a while, as long as he needs. I shall be getting back to the clinic. My brother's likely returned by now. Thanks for your help. We'll answer your questions later, Adol. For now, get some sleep. You need it. This is literally the start of the first game again. I hope I didn't set it to... Well, no, if it isn't Adol. Should you really be up and running already? Your wounds are still fresh. You mustn't strain yourself. Recover fully, then proceed on whatever quest you've undertaken. Shall we discuss Ease? This land has been called Ease for ages. You speak of it as if you just got here. Are you from another world or something? This is Land's village in Ease. You collapsed near a place we call Ruins of Mundoria. Please make yourself at home. Have a look around the village if you like. Mundoria. These days Mundoria is in shambles. It's in its heyday though. It flourished under the jurisdiction of the priests. Ever since the demons showed up though, none of the villagers dare go near it. Well, almost none. Rastini Mine is particularly dangerous, you see, so we keep the entrance under constant guard. Rastini Mine. There's some old ruins intermixed with the mine tunnels at Rastini. Iron ore and herbs are quite abundant around such spots. We'd often gather them and call it mining. But ever since the demons showed up, well, even our half-hearted version of mining has seemed far less viable. Dr. Flair still goes down to pick herbs every now and again, though, despite our best efforts to convince him not to. But Noah... My husband passed away when Lilia was very young, so it's been the two of us for most of her life. Lilia is the only reason I've been able to cope with the horrors that continue to plague us here. If I were ever to lose her... Lilia's out at the moment. She took a basket with her, so I believe she's picking apples. If you go out for a walk, you may run into her. Nothing. Are you honestly feeling better? Don't lie to me. If you're still injured, you should rest. If you're going out, Adol, I have a favor to ask. Could you deliver this letter to Leonor's brother, Dr. Flair? Lydia may look well, but in truth she suffers from a severe illness. I'd like to discuss it with Dr. Flair, but I don't think he's come back to the village yet. And if something isn't done soon, I fear what may become of my poor daughter. So would you please search for Dr. Flair on my behalf and give him this letter for me? Suppose the best place to start would be the clinic. It's possible he returned without me realizing it. I feel so bad for the poor girl. She doesn't even know she's sick. You know what? I'm going to quickly look at the launch of this game. Because I feel like... Yep, it uses the same launcher. So we should probably return it to where it was. Alright. That should be... that should be the same. Because it feels like the game is in slow mode. Wow. Wait, what is going on now? Thanks, I guess. What? Alright, now I'm at a loss for words, to be honest. Let's relaunch the game. Okay, I don't actually have any clue what's happening right now. Interesting. My capture card doesn't like it. Wait a second. Why can't I use the launch tool anymore? It's not allowing me to select the launch tool anymore. Okay, something's going on here. Let me launch this configuration tool. Let me cap it at 60 Hertz. Real quick. And I don't know, should we go for the full 1280? Enable VSync. That's what we actually did. Well, let's try. There we go. Alright, this already looks better and feels better to play. A little bit of fiddling does help. It's super exciting, by the way, to actually be on Ease. On Ease itself. Because we've never actually been to Ease in any of these games. Alright, let me talk to the villagers. Let's get this part of the game out of the way. Talk to all the villagers. House of Astel and legs. Someone scribbled hot before legs. What? Hello, the masters of the house aren't in right now, I'm afraid. But do make yourself at home if you wish. Me? I'm Master Adol's housekeeper. Adol and Old Man Legs both lived here, though. They're not related to another. Adol and Legs are almost always in the ruins of Mondoria. Day in and day out, they're obsessed. If you need to see them for something, I guarantee that's where you'll find them. Oh, they dropped me here without my equipment, huh? Cheeky little boogers. But yeah, being on East is actually very exciting to me. There's an old mine under the ruins of Mondoria. It was closed a long time ago when the ore deposits started drying up, and then 6 months ago the demons showed up. The lack of ore and the monsters alike are causing no end of grief for Bots and the other miners. This is driving me crazy. I haven't been able to go down into the mine to look for iron ore since the demons showed up. I wish I could make armor again, but I've got no metal to use, and no picker's skin doesn't work, believe me. I feel like they call Clearia ore different things, depending on where you are. I have a feeling that iron ore is going to turn out to be Clearia ore again. If you know what I mean. I haven't seen you before, mister. Where are you from? Far, far away? Mister, there's nothing far from here. Just because I'm a kid, do you think I'm stupid or something? Awesome, awesome. Those books you've got are so cool. I don't have my equip items, but I have all of the books of Ease. The Book of Adol. I can still read them, apparently. Oh, this is terrible. Just awful. What's with all the shouting, Leonor? It's a carrier pigeon from Dr. There was a cave-in at Rastini mine. The rocks have blocked the passage, and I'm trapped. I can only pray this bird makes it back with my letter. If you're reading this, please send help. This is terrible. You mean to tell me that Dr. Flair is trapped in the abandoned Rastini mine? So it would seem. I don't know what to... I'd be completely lost down in that mine, and the demons would overpower me in a second. There's nothing I can do to help. I'm powerless. Wait, we have a swordsman among us. Adol, won't you please go to Dr. Flair's aid? Please, I beg of you. Rescue my brother. We need him here, now more than ever. Yes, Adol, please. It would mean a great deal to me as well. Sure. Thank you. What's that? Banoa asked you to deliver a letter to my brother. Alright, go Banoa. With two of us pressuring you to find him, you really have no choice but to give in. I don't have much to give, but please use this to buy some new equipment. Hello, 300 gold. We're counting on you, Adol. Show us what you're made of. Oh, and Adol, just so you know, you'll find Adol guarding the entrance to the ruins. He won't let you in without the Elder's permission, so you may wish to drop by the Elder's house before you go. Thank you for agreeing to help, Adol. Please do your best to find Dr. Flair. Rastini Mine is a dangerous place, so don't push your luck if you get hurt. Turn back. You need the Elder's permission to enter too, so be sure to pay him a visit before you leave. Take care. I'm so worried. Please, Adol, bring my brother back from the safely from the ruins. Alright. I'll do that, I think. Welcome. What would you like? Talk to Jade. Can't say I've got the best stock in the world or anything, but then who does in these trying times? No real must-buys, but the wing is a pretty indispensable tool for travelers. Best not to leave town without one. The rest, well, you might find something to buy. Depends on what you need, I suppose. I used to keep herbs in stock, but there hasn't been much point since Flair built his clinic. I don't mind though, really, it's more convenient this way. It's made a dent in our profits, but Flair's much better at meeting demand than I ever was. Wing, apple, malflower, elixir. I have no idea what any of those do. Alright. But yeah, I need equipment rather than items, I feel like. Welcome, I sell sword, shield, and armor here. My stock is a bit low right now, but do feel free to look around. There are demons all over out there. Going outside with no weapons or armor would be suicide. You should make certain you're well prepared before leaving the confines of the village. I really wish I had a better selection for you, but we just don't have the materials we need. It's just too risky to look for ore while Rastini is swarming with demons. A friend of mine is a miner, so I asked him about it, but he said there's no way he's going down there. Can't say I blame him, I wouldn't want to risk my life down there either. But that's why we don't have any real good armor here. Laszlo's an excellent armorsmith, but he isn't really able to do much with his skills these days. If I just had some iron ore, I'd be able to hand it over and get some really high quality armor made. Always remember though to keep what you need and what you can afford in balance. It's an important decision. I wouldn't put too much faith in it if you're going to be fighting demons, but it's certainly better than nothing. Yeah, I need it. It's all I have. How much is the longsword? 1,000. Alright. I couldn't even afford that. Shields. People tend to think of shields as less important than armor, but you'd be surprised with how useful they are. Anyway, have a look around, surround yourself in the opulence of my stock, and imagine they would be yours. It's a hard wooden shield, it's light and easy to handle, but I wouldn't suggest going up against demons with it. Probably fine to start with though, but you should definitely upgrade it as soon as you can. How's 100 gold sound? $1,500, huh? Armor. Sorry, we just don't have materials. It's a suit of woven chainmail. It'll deflect sword strikes and offer marginal protection against mortal wounds. Silent and easy to move around it, but doesn't offer much in the way of defense. Yeah, I don't have that. They literally gave me enough to buy... They gave me enough to buy the sword and the shield, so that's probably what I should buy, right? There we go. Thanks for your business, come again. This is driving me crazy. Alright. Hey, can I tell you something? Just between you and me, swear you won't tell another soul. When I go to bed at night, I hear the most dreadful screaming and clattering coming from beneath the village. Maybe it's all in my head, but it just seems so real. I haven't had a good night's sleep in weeks. If this doesn't stop soon, I swear I'm going to lose it. My husband is an armorsmith, but he hasn't been able to work for some time on account of his iron ore running low. I can't bear to see him like this. That's a really good armorsmith, but he hasn't been able to make armor for a while because he has no iron. All he does is now wander the village like a loon. It seemed like that on numerous levels. I hear a lot of rumors, and one speaks of an old stone tablet enshrined within the ruins of Mundoria. Supposedly details. Finding it might make for an interesting goal to set in your adventure if you should feel so inclined. Hey, so I'm Theo. I raise pickers here. But with all the demons running around these days, I can't put them out of the pasture anymore. So we're raising them here, and my annoying little sister likes to keep an eye on them. I heard there used to be 6 kinds of magic in Ys, one handed down by each of the 6 priests. Legs is always going on and on about it. In fact, I'll bet he's off at the ruins again right now, staring at the goddess statue all creepily. Ah, you must be the man Lilia found out in the field. Adol, was it? My name is Cornell. I serve as this village elder, and I actually have a question for you. I was walking in the ruins the other day when I crossed ways with a pair of young girls. Were they also from the surface? I would have asked them their names, but I was taken aback by their beauty. They looked just like the goddesses. Wait, they transported both Fina and Rhea here too? Without thinking, I began tailing them for a short while. But then they simply disappeared. Maybe I was just hallucinating. Anyway, I understand you have 6 ancient books with you. Might I please have a look at them? Adol showed the books of Ys to the elder. Yes, there's no doubt about it. These are the books that the priests of Ys handed down to their descendants. These may very well serve as proof that the priests themselves have guided you here to Ys. It shows the thoughts and memories of one of the 6 priests. There's a place in the Rastini mine known as the Sanctuary of Toll, where a statue of each priest has been erected. What? I believe your next course of action should be to return the books to the hands of these statues. When all the 6 books have been returned to the priests, you may learn of the nature of your destiny here in Ys. The entrance to Rastini mine is in the ruins of Mundoria, to the north of the village. A man named Astel's son's guard there, but if you tell him that I've given you my blessing, he'll let you through. Everything's a callback. Everything's a callback. I'm so... Oh my god, this picture is beautiful. Look at the sprite work here. Having this background picture here. Oh my god. Looking for my husband. He's sunbathing out in the front. Honestly, having played Ys Origin, all Iron Ore gratefully accepted. Bring your stock to Guido's armory. Having played Ys Origin before this is such a boon, to be honest. Adol, are you sure it's okay for you to go outside? Thank goodness. Leonor said you'd be fine, but I couldn't help being worried until I saw your recovery with my own eyes. Here, I have an apple for you. They say one each day keeps Dr. Flare away. A delicious looking apple from Lilia. I picked it myself. Remind me sometime and I'll show you where the best apple trees can be found. Apples are quite popular here in Dance Village. I always give my apples a pick to other villagers. Remind me sometime and I'll show you where the best apple trees can be found. Alright. Have you heard of the ringing sound coming from beneath the village? There's a rumor going around that it's the sound of some bell used to summon demons. What we need is a bell to keep them away, not draw them in. It's so fucking interesting going through all this. Like, I swear to God, having played Ys Origin is such a great boon to this. I'm looking after the pickard. There are 5 pickard in the pen. 5. Alright. Oh dear, I just don't know what to do. I don't think I can face either Dr. Flare or Laszlo as things stand. Because of the demons in the mine, I haven't been able... What's this? We're twins! Twins! Even our dad can tell us apart. Our mother can't tell us apart either. Wait, is that true? We can tell each other apart just fine, big sis. No, I'm the little sis. Oh yeah, I guess you are. My husband is a miner. It's his job to look for herbs and iron ore in the abandoned Rastini mine and the ruins of Mundoria. But both have been swarming with demons lately, so the going is not easy. You know, she's a very sweet young lady, as sweet as a bucket of sugar. Okay, this was the guy that they wrote hot on. Alright. All the depressing rumors flying around lately have been getting me down. Damnable demons, if it weren't for them, East would be a veritable paradise. The old Rustini mine has become far too dangerous. Alright. Aren't you the one who was found unconscious in the field? Why on East were you here then in the first place? Oh, you don't remember? You seem like a nice young man. You should rest and recuperate. Maybe then it'll come to you. Okay, we were here. We weren't in here. What's up? Do you need something? Leave me be if you have no business with me. Please don't go disturb me. I love uncivilized ruffians. Alright, dude. I guess I'm pretty much done with the village. Dr. Flair was injured in the Rustini mine. How awful. We're leaving the village for the first time. It's actually crazy to me that House Fact is forever doomed to produce, like, dark sorcerers who are taken over by the demons. Bump system. And we have some music back. Okay, this one works a little bit different, I feel like. So it doesn't matter if you hit them directly head on from the side this time around. If you hit them from the side, you're still getting hurt. You need to bump into their direction diagonally. Huh? Who might you be? Ah, wait, I know. Fuck, I skipped it. My name, believe it or not, is Legs, but you may call me the Legman if you so desire. You look like a swordsman of some skill. As such, I have a favor to ask of you. No, best if I don't. You're not yet strong enough to handle the power of the priests. It's a statue of the two goddesses of ease. These puns are going to be the death of me. I don't think he is going to accept me. So I'll probably have to go into the mine first. It also looks like the enemies don't strike me directly. The enemies actually have attack animations this time around. Is that true? So you're still going to get hit if you attack enemies head on. But it doesn't seem like... Ancient tablet. What's that for? Alright, level up. Probably early game is again, level up is probably very important in the early game. There seems to be more levels this time around. Hello, Rhoda Fruits. I wonder what I need the ancient tablet for. So yeah, the bump combat seems to be like improved somewhat. At least I feel like it's easier. That might just be because I played the first game and I'm more acquainted with it, but I'm just slashing through these enemies here. You know what I mean? Like, it's very, very simple. Well, at least for now. Alright, let's go into the mines, I guess. Hey there, I'm Adol from Lance Village. You're Adol, right? It's good to see you feeling better. What's that you say? Dr. Flair's been involved in a cave-in? How awful. So you've come to rescue him then, I suppose. But I can't open this door without the Elder's Express. Oh, you've got the permission? Well then, in you go. There are a lot of demons roaming in the abandoned Rastini mine these days. The villagers don't go down there at all anymore, save for when they need medicinal herbs. And even then, it's usually just Dr. Flair himself, so be careful down there, okay? Sanctuary of Toll, what? Okay, these enemies don't do damage at all. I cannot do damage to them. Is that because I need to hit them from behind? Oh, I do damage. Just not a lot. Sealed with a powerful force. Alright, that's more like it. So yeah, the strategies that we've been using in the first game are still working, huh? I am the priest Adol. It is good that you've come, warrior. Disaster once again falls upon the land of Ease. As the demons appeared in the world below, so too did they here in Ease. He who controls them resides within Solomon's Shrine. When you have brought each of the books of Ease to its rightful owner, the way there shall be open to you. Okay. You know, the one thing that's crazy to me is that they actually made a shrine for Toll. Rustini Mine. That's all that we have here, right? It does seem like that. Oh god. Ugh. Okay, I have to go through this again. This is harder than I thought it would be. But alright. We'll probably have to go through a few level ups before we actually get to power through this. At least we can come back here to heal ourselves, so... Alright. Oh, interesting. Are you telling me that is not a fact? That this is what happens? But yeah, that's an interesting theory. I think that might be true. I mean, it would make sense if, like... The thing is, Hugo did have less resistance to the demon inside him. To the demon powers. And Toll seemed to have like great resistance against the demon powers that he got, right? So that would make an interesting dichotomy, you know, in terms of Toll versus Hugo. I mean, by the end, both were basically... But yeah, it's a very interesting thing to consider. The Fact Brothers. The thing that gets me about all of this is that they left... They left so little behind. They left so little, like, dialogue behind to their descendants of what happened. Like, no one thought to chronicle, like, what actually happened, right? No one really thought about that. They would just... Let's write these obscure books of Ys to our ancestors and let's leave it at that. They will figure it out. I mean that Luna guy was also a descendant from one of the houses of Ys, right? Because there was like the House of Gemma, the Book of Gemma that we found. Alright. Let's save. Yeah, someone will just fill in the gaps for us, right? In the future. Like, one of our descendants will just fill in the gaps. Which is not going to leave a record about what a scumbag Cain Fact was. And that especially the Fact bloodline is susceptible to demons, right? No, let's not do that. Let's not warn them about it. And let's not tell everyone what the goddesses look like, you know? And that we basically seal them away. I mean, that kind of makes sense. That kind of makes sense because they obviously wanted to conceal where the goddesses are hidden. But yeah. Could have done at least with a small hint or something. I am the priest Tova. It is good that you have come, warrior. Just as Adol bears the magic of fire, I, priest of wisdom, bear the magic of altar. Each of us can grant you a new power to aid in your journey. You will need all 6 to strike at the heart of evil. Wait, Adol was fire? I thought Tova was the power of fire. Wasn't that literally Saul Tova's thing? Well, I don't claim to be well versed in all of this. Oh my god. Ew. Ew! What a gross dungeon. Ugh. Alright, this is a dead end, it seems. It's a mattock and it looks usable. I like the word mattock more than a pickaxe. I mean, that's 2 different tools, but still, mattocks are cooler than pickaxes. Just because of Final Fantasy Adventure. Though fairly rusty, it still seems usable. Okay. I hate dungeons like these with tons of entrances everywhere. Alright. We're going to go here first because there's a path to the shrine where we can place another book. What do we have here? Clearia ring. A shiny ring made of Clearia, imbued with the power of the goddess's protection. Parry an enemy's attack once in a while. Alright. seems like you level up way slower in this one. But at least the experience stays consistent. It's very weird. I'm the priest Dabby. It is good that you've come, warrior. When trouble arose in the land, East was lifted into the sky with powerful magic. With it came the source of all demon kinds, unbeknownst to those thereupon. Demons are a byproduct of magic itself. They are the flip side of the coin. With magic there shall always be demons, inexorably. To the end of this correlation we need the goddesses, and so it falls upon you, warrior, to find them. That's easy! It falls onto me to find the goddesses, huh? That's easy, I found them! There they are, those two blue-haired girls. We already found them earlier. I have a feeling this is the path forward. The path is blocked by rubble from the cave-in. There's a small hole, however, just big enough for a bird. Has someone come to rescue me? You're not a demon, I hope. Adol introduced himself. I'm Flair Rawl, a doctor from Lands. Thank you for coming to my aid. I trust you received my letter. If you have a mattock, you could use it to dig a path through the fallen stones. I don't suppose you have one, though. Adol swung the mattock with all his strength. Thanks for your help, young man. Might I ask your business here? You seem to be a traveler. Adol told Dr. Flair all about his arrival on East and explained that Lilia had brought him to Lands. Alright, yeah, that makes sense that they would cap it at a higher level. Ah, so Lilia came to your aid, did she? That's no surprise. She's got a good heart, that one. Oh, is that a letter for me? Oh dear, this is awful. It seems Lilia's fallen ill. I'm going to need a rhoda fruit and a salsita flower in order to cure her, and I'll need them fast. I haven't seen a rhoda fruit in a long time, but they used to be commonplace out in the ruins of Mundoria. And the salsita flower only grows in the dark areas close to the bodies of water. You might find some deeper in the mine, but this is as deep as I'd ever dared go myself. I'm no warrior. Please, Adol, would you look for a rhoda fruit? I already have a rhoda fruit. And a salsita flower for Lilia's sake. Lilia's a truly sweet girl, though. I'm sure you knew that already. I'll do everything in my power to save her, but I'll need you to do the same. I'm going to head back to the clinic. Remember, we need a salsita flower and a rhoda fruit. I'm afraid you won't be going that way. That whole passage completely collapsed during the cave-in that trapped me here. It used to lead to the sanctuary. It'd take a whole dig team to get there now, though, I'm afraid. And frankly, I wouldn't trust it not to collapse again. So we can't get to this shrine, huh? Alright. Oh my god, I took quite the beating there. Okay, let's go deeper into the mine. Good call to save right here. Makes a lot more sense that level cap is higher this time around, because in the last game the level cap was very low and we reached it very early into the game. So I'm actually kind of glad that the level cap is that high. Quiet herb. Alright, I'm going to use it. This mine has so many entrances and exits. What? This is all a dead end? Oh god. Let's go into the shrine. Okay. We're not going this way. Let's explore one path after the other. If I wouldn't be hitting so many dead ends, I swear to God. Fire magic? Magic of Tova, Priest of Strength, transforms willpower into fire. How do I use magic? Seems like a game changer to me. Eh? Going to save the progress that we had here for a bit. I feel like as long as you're going diagonal, even if you land in front of an enemy, if you're going diagonal, it's still going to hit them. And they can't do anything about it. If you catch my drift. Where does this lead? What? There's 2 of them here, huh? Hello. I am Priest Mesa. It is good that you have come, warrior. 700 years ago, East was transformed into a massive arc in the sky, in hopes of escaping the threat of demons. At its summit sits Solomon's Shrine. To reach it, you must climb the wall of ice and cross the moat of lava. That seems dangerous. I am Priest Gemma. It is good that you have come, warrior. As demons were born of the power of magic, they are pitiable creatures with no purpose in life other than to fight and eventually to die. As has ever been the case with all living beings, their existence is dedicated by their appearance. However, if you could speak with them, perhaps they would have more to say than expected. Alright. I'm so confused on this whole setup. This is where we came from, and this is where we entered. The fucking Shrine of Fact again, huh? They put a boss at the fucking Shrine of Fact again. Oh my god. What is it with the facts and demons? This boss literally guards the Shrine of Facts. I am way too low level for this. This seems way too hard. This one insta-kills me, I think. Yep. I wanted to load this. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Can I at least get the Celcita flower or whatever it is? They said it's at an underground body of water. I definitely think I'm not supposed to be able to take this boss on. That seems way too strong. So we need to find an underground body of water, they said, right? It's apparently not this. Or is it? It's just a general herb. I can't believe the facts would do this to me again. I'm like at the deepest points here, right? Alright. There's not that many places with water around here. So I'll probably have to search for one of them. Okay, this isn't it. Okay, so this probably goes back to the surface, right? Yeah. I probably shouldn't leave the mine until I've found the flower. Or is that the herb that we needed to get? Highly doubt it. Dr. Flair told me he was rescued by a red-haired boy. I take it he was referring to you then? Outstanding. The Rod of Divinity. A cane made from fine old wood. In East it served as proof of a great leader. Can I read that stone tablet? I can. Alright. Swordsman, that which you hold is none other than the Rod of Divinity. It's just what I almost assumed would be in that treasure chest. The statue above it represents the two goddesses of ease. The Rod of Divinity signifies one who is worthy to lead. The magic of the priest shall be inherited only by its bearer. If you touch a rod upon the goddess statue, I believe you will receive the ability to use magic. From this point on, your magic power shall surely show you the way. The moment Adol touched the rod of the goddess statue, he felt a surge of energy course through his body. Ooh. Oh my god! Oh my god! I can now use magic. Nice. Pretty cool. Let's go back to the village and end the stream for today. I think we've gotten already relatively far. I was just talking to Lex. If you really are some kind of savior, then you won't please to use a power of yours to get rid of the demons. Oh. Barf. I can just torment the villagers. tablet you're holding, so it really does exist. It seems the rumors around here tend towards it. With that tablet, you might be able to learn something useful about the Sanctuary of Toll. But remember, you wouldn't know about it if it weren't for me, so I'm expecting a cut of the loot. I can just attack people with it. How much does your longsword cost? Yep. I'll take it. Better items means more strong, means so much. I really appreciate what you did for my brother. I'd like to offer you a token of my thanks. Which I mean quite literally, I'd like to offer you a token of my thanks, but I have nothing to give. Well, I have one thing, I suppose. I give you my devotion. Alright. Hey there, Adol. Thank you for coming to my rescue back there. I know the layout of the abandoned mine quite well, but as a result I got cocky and assumed I was ready for anything. I never considered the possibility. Cells in the flower. So have you found a cells in the flower yet? Yeah, it's no easy task, keep at it though. Long ago there were two different varieties of cells in the flowers. According to legend, the white hillside variety represents love, while the blue nocturnal variety represents life. Unfortunately, as the climate changed, the hillside variety died off, but there should still be blue celsidas out there. The blue celsida is actually quite pretty, but it only grows in dark areas, near water. I bet the mine's got a few. Wow, really? You actually found a rotor fruit? You know, Adol, seeing how hard you work makes me think that you must channel the strength of the goddesses themselves. Alright. Take care. I think I'm going to save here. We're going back into the mines immediately next time, but I think I'm going to save. And I'm going to end it here for today. Alright. This one was a nice one. We finished the first game. We started the second game. The second game already super intriguing to me. I actually like it a lot. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. I thank you guys for joining today. I had a lot of fun with the game. Tomorrow, special stream. Same time as today. We are starting off. With Fire Emblem 7. We're doing the final chapter of Fire Emblem 7. We're going to finish it. And if by any chance I have still time left after this, at least 2 or 3 hours, we're finishing off Metroid Fusion. I can promise you that. Fire Emblem 7 is probably not going to take too much time. I don't remember the final chapter taking a lot of time, to be honest. So we're still in the clear for that. And yeah. Also, if I can, I would like to do a Phantom Hourglass stream tomorrow morning. I'll have to see how that works out for me. But yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously. But yeah, so I'd like to finish Fire Emblem and Metroid Fusion at one day tomorrow. That also leaves slots for 2 new games for us, obviously, and it's a great start, you know. It's a great start for us. So thank you again all for watching today's stream. It was a lot of fun, and I'll see you all next time. Trilightning out.